Sports Video Group is in New York City at the SVG Sports Graphics Forum. Brandon Costa reporting for Sports Video Group. We have the pleasure now to be joined by Patrick Twomey from Ross Video. He's Director of Product Marketing for XPression, which is one of the biggest graphics platforms in the business. Patrick, thanks so much for being here and taking the time.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Now, it's been a really exciting first couple months to this year for you. We've seen a lot of you guys at the College Football Championship at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, probably most notably and most publicized at the Super Bowl with some of the really cool augmented reality graphics that you did there. We covered it pretty heavily, but I'm kind of curious from your perspective, what was kind of the assessment on that? How happy were you guys with how some of those graphics that you worked with NBC and a few other vendors to make some of those cool augmented graphics possible? What was your take on how that went?
I think it went very well. I think the really important part is NBC came to us with a requirement, and they were very happy with the content that we generated. It gave us an opportunity to work with FBX models and bring them into the scene and really bring the viewer a different way to see stats on the game that they're watching. And it's one of those things that we feel might have been, for some people, an eye-opener experience that they weren't expecting, and maybe were expecting more by the time they got through the game. But it's one of those things I think is really a change in how we're going to start to see graphics happening for sporting events. I really think that's going to be out there to give us a view of that player.
So it's great to see you at this event. We'll see you again next week at our next event, which is the Sports Venue Production Forum, which will be at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, where you guys play a huge role in that control room. It kind of took center stage during the College Football Championship earlier this year. Obviously, that's an exceptionally unique case with the Halo board and everything, and you guys provided some really cool tools to make that sing. So could you kind of give us a little behind-the-scenes peek at how you worked with those folks to create this very unique environment?
Yeah, we were brought in by DSI, who's the systems integrator, and the Atlanta Falcons had some pretty particular things they wanted to do, not just for the Falcons, but also for the soccer team down there. The screen itself, as everybody knows, is 21,000 pixels wide. We actually had to create a product called Tessera that allows us to map multiple engines together and have them play in synchronization from one user interface. And putting that product together really has helped us to get our foot really deeper in the door. Right now we're controlling about 40% of the sports venue market in North America, and it's growing. We've worked with our rocket surgery team and also outside design firms to build content for those screens, but it's really been one of those things answering the requirements of the different teams in the venues to try and really have the fan engagement experience where they want to go. They really want to keep them in the seats, and they expect for their ticket price, they're expecting they should be able to see at least what they're seeing at home. And we've really been able to bring that to them and interface it with data, which has always been a great thing for XPression. But now, like you said, filling up those screens and really immersing the fans and keeping them in the venue has been.
Well, anyone coming to that event next week will certainly get a chance to kind of see all those toys in action in the control room at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Lastly, before you let you go, XPression is kind of right in your wheelhouse as NAB rapidly approaches. Anything new and exciting with that product that we should know or that you're allowed to talk about prior to NAB?
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot that's going to be coming up, and if you keep checking with us and keep on our webpage, it's probably the best place to go. We've got a couple things we're in testing with, but I think we're going to have some great announcements coming up.
All right, Patrick, always great to see you. Thanks a lot for being here. We appreciate the support.
Thank you.
All right, for more coverage of SVG Sports Graphics Forum, you can visit us online at sportsvideo.org.